So here's the opportunity to gauge my original presumption after following up with coverage on Nine Lash's Guilty Hands was true, and that we're now spotlighting a track that follows it. Because I said there, they've never really done anything in the way of electronic outros. Maybe the electronic stylized aspects have been integrated in the past of their album's history, but I've never heard it as dominantly, at least in invention, as it was stressed on that piece's closure. So was that a segue into a fitted number and style? I don't know. It was very interesting. Had a real cohesive vibe to it, or maybe it was paving the way for the next track. We'll see if that's the way that Rise goes. Either way, maybe it could just be a traditional rock number and appeal, the foundations of what Nine Lashes is strong for. I'm having a great time. I've been waiting long enough to get back on the Nine Lashes train, as I've said many times, and of course with Tonight, I've been a big fan of them for years, since Worldly View, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to get back into covering them. With some new tracks I found out about a year ago they'd released. I've been waiting that long, I know. I've got so much music I consult, though, and I am admittedly behind on a lot of work, so groups are stacking up pretty quickly, but for an artist like Nine Lashes, I've been waiting a long time to hear more works from them, and it's a wonderful opportunity to showcase them on the channel alongside many other artistic talents that I've had the pleasure of enjoying, perhaps with you. Whether you be coming from a different approach to one another, or to me, you might be a long-time Nine Lashes fan like myself, or maybe you're not exposed yet to them and their talents, or maybe you know their name and you just haven't humored them before, and you're getting the first exposure with me. I love first impressions, especially on the grounds with music, as it is, again, as I've said many times, a favorite art form, and I love showcasing it on the channel. It's been a long-time aspiration for me over the years, and it's developing quite well in the 2023 year with a variety of presences. And in the Christian rock territory, I've made no secret about my faith in the past on a variety of videos. I've been meaning to, alongside plenty of secularized talents as well, I cover a good range of those. I've been wanting to perhaps put, as I've said before, an even footing between Christian music or Christian rock music and metal music specifically, maybe with some exceptions from time to time, and secularized rock music. I want them sort of at a 50-50 level. And I'm trying to build that out, and we will be in the future for certain. Nine Lashes is the newest edition. And I come from the perspective not maybe being, again, like I said, an unusual occasion, a first impression listen of me, because it's been a number of years that I've admired these guys. Real fan of their music. Again, very strong on delivery, very apparent too about their faith, and I greatly respect that in terms of declaration. Though their songs, I truly feel on narrative, do have broad appeal. They're extremely well written, beautifully envisioned on a lyrical side too. I love the aggressive stuff, and so that does appeal, but they appeal, I think, to a good mixture of responses on part of their audience. I got some softer songs, some songs maybe take more of an electronic pop flair in part. There's some inventiveness with this group, but the rock is more so their mainstay of what I think what gave them significant appeal in the earlier days of their career as a band, and those songs certainly jive. We've heard a couple songs that have gone down that path tonight with Breaking Out, Guilty Hands, and Shadows. The last one also kind of followed up on that with Dear Self. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it'd be a little softer of a number, maybe a comparison like Surrender or something, or Cover Your Own. But I kind of had that vibe, but it's more of a rock number than I thought it would be. So where will Rise go? I mean, it sounds pretty inspirational, and again, it's following up on Guilty Hands with that technological closure. Is that a connection point? Is there a certain cohesiveness? Let's see. We'll test it out together, perhaps for the first time. And if you've never entertained Nine Lashes before, I mean, for those of you who are longtime fans, you're getting a fresh perspective from someone who has been a longtime fan, of course, but has not heard the track yet. So on that ground, it is fresh. I'm sure it will appeal, and it's kind of creative, I'm sure, in approach and reflection. It is when you consider your own experience in humoring the piece. And for those of you who are fresh listens, welcome to the Nine Lashes fan club. I'm sure you'll be hopping on pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and take a look at Rise. Let me pull up the lyrics, in fact, for myself. I've got the song pulled up with the visualizer to boot, and per usual tonight, of Nine Lashes, I love the olive branch they've given me. I don't mind providing the lyrics, in regards to manual input. It's what I tend to do more often, because I like to give complete takes and provide, ease of access for you if you're someone that wants to read along with the narrative of the piece. I certainly do. So I don't mind being a bit creative in my expression when I give you that. I know not everybody does, and I don't mean to brag, but I like to look for originalist avenues I can go down. But in this case, Nine Lashes has saved me some editing time, which means I can get the videos out sooner. You can enjoy Nine Lashes much faster with me. Again, what should have happened a long time ago. I just haven't gotten to them yet. Tonight, for sure. And we'll be enjoying that together. So if you want to read along with the message of the piece, that is provided to you on part of the visualizer they've supplied. Let's humor it together. Rise. I mean, I'm loving it. This Nine Lashes night, I'm having a great time. I've been wanting this for a while. Well, speaking of tech, Great rock route. They frame this as a gaming video? That's hilarious. Truly creative. You know, I like bands in the visualized spirit. Great atmosphere, fabulous range, love the rougher side. Man, I cannot say it enough. This guy sounds like Adam Gontier. Tank is just, it's funny to me, I've never noticed that before. But these new singles are really sounding similar. I respect it, you know, hey, I like, you know, former Free Days Grace and new Free Days Grace too. It's just funny to me that Nine Lashes has taken on that appearance. Again, great writing. That's chunky. Beautiful personality on that riff. Again, broad appeal if you wish it to be, but there is a central Christian vision to this that I greatly respect. You can switch out words and it means the same. It's symbolism. Good pacing on that line, fabulous drive, especially meshed with the tune. I like that isolation. Good pacing on that, keeps the momentum strong. The triple riff combination, I love it. Great inflection on that, beautiful pitch choice. Great elevation. Truly satisfactory. Good dark riff. Again, this track's got fabulous construction. There's the increase. I wonder when his going to come in. But I'll be honest, I'm kind of in a camp of if you wanted to end it soft, you could do that too, and I think it would work just as well with the message. There's the explicit vision. You know, it does take a softer flair now that I think back on it. Because I was wondering, like, you know, sometimes with lyrical pages, like, I'm reading this again alongside the song, and I'm wondering to myself, did they just not maybe cite it in a double manner, but they just left it in maybe one section, that was it? Makes total sense. As I was saying, I kind of expected for some weird reason that would go down that path. I'm not usually right on the money on things, and it still has a bit of a rock flavor. You can kind of hear it increase towards the, and there's no way that I'm leaving you here just to die, that line. like I said, I could sense it going different ways, but at that point I thought, okay, we're going to go back into the rewind of that original riff. No, we don't return. We change instead for a softer ending. Good closure, I think, for a song with such beautiful sentiment. Again, that downhill, uphill swing. That's a pattern with their works that's sort of taking shape alongside these singles, that there is sort of that general storyline, which is the story of life in many respects, life on Earth and being in a position of existence with sin staining. That being obvious, again, like I said, their songs have broad appeal, especially on writing. If you want it to be a general uplifting, inspirational tune, it can be that. But of course, it enriches your understanding as well if you come from the Christian perspective and then you start interchanging words. And maybe you don't even have to, because the song drives that point quite clearly at the end. There's more to the story than all the ways a man can fall, so rise with me, our God is approaching now. Like, there's no way, again, you can't notice that. And I, again, appreciate, groups in the Christian scene do take different appearances in regards to how they write songs. Some might be a little more poetic and indirect, where you can read between the lines, and that's sort of an effort that you have to exercise, and I don't mind that, by the way. I understand maybe some of the reasoning some of the bands I'm thinking of maybe have declared on that respect in order to have a grander audience engagement, and I think in that measure it's a philosophy that I understand, that I'm still navigating perhaps in my consideration of it, but it totally makes sense to me. But then you also have other groups as well that choose different approaches, like Nine Lashes, that are much more direct and specific, and you respect that when you hear it too, just as much again as you hear songs that might take the more poetic form and drive the same point. Great lyrical construction, beautiful riff structures, good key choice too. It's not what I was expecting for a song that, at least at first when I read it, came across to me as deeply inspirational. And the song is that upon, again, like I said, investigation of the full duration of it, but I was expecting something with a different key. This takes on a darker presence. It was weird, But more elevated, I'd say it certainly fits well with the gaming aesthetic. That's hilarious to me. I mean, in terms of technological vibes off of the Guilty Hands song, there really isn't a vibe of that other than in the video. Like, the video speaks to that point of connection, but it's not as much the song in itself and character. I don't mind that, though. I think the song generally is quite good. Again, it's an exquisite rock listen with a great narrative, very wholesome, direct Christian appeal. Fabulous construction, again, as always, on two respects: practical and spiritual. They achieve that balance significantly well. And on lyrical inflections, too, Tank did a great job there. Especially on that, which section was it? The bridge section. I don't want to say subtle, because it wasn't subtle. It was shorter in duration, a bit more stratified, but good. Very attractive in regard. Loved hearing it. Even though, again, his voice, I cannot say it enough. It is so taking on an Adam Gontier flair. It's hilarious to me. Like, I need to go back and re-listen, as I've said, to their entire album. Like, I just have not noticed it before, but it's really taking on a flair of Adam Gontier from either former memberships, Free Days Grace, or currently Saint Asonia. It's so hilarious to me. Anywho, great track construction as always. It's a pleasure to entertain Nine Lashes. I hope you had a good time with that too. And maybe this instilled a passion for you, or maybe not a passion, a pull to make you explore, or to compel you to explore their other work. It's certainly not forced, but I think you're going to feel, entertained, or that it jives with you enough that you feel it irresistible to go back and look. And they've got, again, like I said, a great library. You'll be entertained. But what did you think about Rise? I'd love to hear about that down below, as well as your angle of approach. Longtime fan, fresh experience? Love to hear about it down below if you do wish to declare that. I think it's great. As I've said, I've had a great time tonight. I'm in a fabulous mood when it considers Nine Lashes. And we've almost summed up the journey of the new singles, so I'm fully apprised, finally. So if there's anything new, we're almost getting to that point, but it's been wonderful to take the journey with you in terms of experiencing Nine Lashes for the first time, and perhaps developing or planting a seed in you to make you look at this group more closely. Again, they certainly deserve their audience. I'm happy to be a member of a number of years and to experience their new pieces, perhaps of you, and have that honor. It's wonderful to humor not only exquisite rock talents, but Christian talents as well in the metal scene, which I've been looking to, as I said, to do for a long time in a greater share. And it's a pleasure to bring on Nine Lashes in that respect. And their work certainly speaks to the achievement that I regard for them in my mind and their level. They deserve their audience. I'm happy to be a fan. Rise certainly speaks to that on creativity, on delivery. It's a great piece. Really is, on every respect. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.